Okay, so for this past week for the Digital Gaming Senior Project, I mainly was working on creating just a prototype for basic player movement. It's still a work in progress, still working on that, so that might be extended into the next week. But let me go ahead and open up Unity. In here, I created just very basic little scene where just to have a ramp and some stairs to test out my 3D platformer player. I just currently using primitives for the player. I have just this capsule and just some basic cubes for the obstacles. So if I go ahead and play, you can see that I have at least some very basic movement implemented with the script. Still working on it and getting things moving locally based on the turn of the camera. Watching some YouTube videos to help me out with the logic for that. But there's some jumping that's been implemented, and I allow the player to do double jumping since there's going to be certain platforms that are too far away to jump and reach just once. So I have like a counter that's enabling me to double jump, so I can jump twice. So that's a possibility. I might adjust the jump force so that it makes more sense. But for this player object, it's actually using a character controller. Let me go ahead and stop this. So for the player object, I'm using a character controller, which does not use a rigid body. So a lot of the actual scripting has to implement gravity being applied to the player. So like this vector 3 object that I'm using for getting input from the player and then also calculating the y direction and moving based on acceleration due to gravity based on Unity's physics engine. So all of that's actually having to be calculated within the update for each frame. So basically that's all I've been working on was just this prototype, trying to get some movement down. I'm going to continue working on that, and that's more than likely what is going to be my goal for next week as well.